Happy Friday, everyone. TGIF.
Yes.
Lisa, Scott, Lydia here. It is October 6th. Thank you for joining us for this Facebook Live. Want to remind you we're live every weekday morning, right around the same time. You can watch it anytime after that on your feed. We make it into a podcast. Just go to inforum.com/podcast, look for the Inforum Minute, or check us out on our Inforum YouTube channel. We noticed this morning on inforum.com, you could also watch First News live while we're on. If you just pull up inforum.com, you can join us there. You don't even have to go turn on the TV. You can just grab your phone and watch us.
It's
super
right there.
easy.
No excuses now. Watch us all the time.
You can't tell me you're not on your phone when you're getting ready.
Exactly. It's the first thing you look at when you wake up. Okay, so right now it is not nice outside. So we're excited it's Friday, but it's icky.
It is yucky. It's raw out there. We still have a little rain coming down in spots. Wet parking lots, wet pavement, sidewalks, driveways, puddles. We got a good, decent little rain overnight, and it was coming down sideways for some of us, with the wind gusting out of the northwest 30 to 35. Showers continuing to dry up as they go down to the south. I'm going to keep them in the forecast through about early afternoon. And then once we get, I'd say after 3 p.m., a lot of those showers dry up. We still keep the colder air, the wind, and the mostly cloudy sky. Getting a few peaks of sun the further west that you are. I actually just saw my Grand Forks tower cam is looking pretty sunny this morning. So there will be areas of sunshine. Temperatures only in the 50s, 40s out west. So that's cold.
Yeah, that's...
For high temps, especially when we had 90s.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, especially when it was 90s just a few days ago.
Yes. Yeah, less than a week ago, we were in the 90s. And so today, 40s near Highway 281, 50s in the valley. And on the Minnesota side, wind will make it feel colder, though. So wind chills probably in the 40s all day long. We'll be dry but cold for high school football games tonight. So do bundle up all those warm gear goodies, some hot cocoa, all of that. And then where the sky does clear tonight and the wind goes light, the temp will really drop.
Oh, boy.
So we will be looking at 30s tomorrow morning. Right now, we're forecasting 37 in Fargo. We have a freeze watch right now for most of the viewing area. That will be upgraded to either an advisory or a warning this afternoon. So we'll just have to see what the National Weather Service does. But your Storm Tracker app will alert you that we've been upgraded. So here's an early heads up that alert will be coming later today. Watch out for areas of frost and freezing weather, not only tomorrow morning, but Sunday morning, Monday, Tuesday, probably even into Wednesday morning. I have 30s in the forecast.
Okay.
Either deciding to let the garden go or cover up any of your sensitive vegetation that you want to keep around, because that freezing weather is coming. Sunshine and 60s by Sunday afternoon, so better. 50s tomorrow, so still kind of cool, but better. And lighter wind tomorrow.
The wind has really been a bugger lately.
Yes, that low pressure system has just been sticking with us. We're finally pushing it off to the east, and so that's why the wind will relax, the sun will come out more, will dry up, and the temperature will start to rise also.
Okay.
So improving conditions, it just takes a little time, and it's October after all, so. Okay, I think that covers everything.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Right.
guys.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
All right, well, the big story today, school resource officers are coming back to Moorhead Public Schools. They were the first in Minnesota to pull SROs. It's a story we've been tracking for you since the first day of school this year for sure. They're happy to have them back. We did a little digging as well into Clay County because we only had, the confirmation on Moorhead. The Clay County Sheriff tells WDAY that at this point they still need to meet with other schools in the county, so no big changes, not seeing SROs go back there. But this is all based on a new law that was passed in Minnesota earlier this year. The law said it was only acceptable to restrain a student to prevent bodily harm or death, and officers and departments across the state said that put SROs at risk of possible civil and criminal liability. But they've since got clarification and feel like they can go back in.
Good news for a lot of parents that had concerns about those officers not being there. So good news on that front. Today, the North Dakota Highway Patrol will be holding and setting up a sobriety checkpoint. It's going to be somewhere in Sargent County. And then after tonight, they're going to be doing extra patrols in that area throughout the weekend. The goal of that checkpoint, of course, to cut down on the number of crashes, specifically due to drunk or impaired driving. Through the end of last month, there had been 70 crashes related to impaired driving so far this year, with 80 deaths in the state. A previous sober or drive sober or get pulled over campaign to this one this summer for the state of North Dakota resulted in 40 DUI arrests and more than 300 total citations in just a 3-week stretch.
Today there are a couple of grand opening ceremonies at UND on campus, 2 brand new buildings. The first one, the Experiential Learning Center, The center will be used for hands-on learning, career services, and studying abroad. And then this afternoon, UND is having a ceremony and open house at the Wilkerson Quad, and you'll get to see the newly renovated set of residence halls there. A couple of ribbon cutting ceremonies, but if you'd like to go in and tour, you can do that today.
Always exciting to have new things open up on campus. So. Also at UND, just one day away from its big homecoming game against Western Illinois. Of course, we're tracking all the events leading up to the big game for you. UND will have homecoming parade tomorrow morning at 9, and then at 1 o'clock as well. That's when the game's going to take place, of course, at the Alaris Center, facing off against the Leathernecks after the game. Also, some hockey if you're up for it, so plenty of stuff going on. UND will have an exhibition match against the University of Manitoba at 6 o'clock tomorrow night.
And the Bison are on the road tomorrow. They're heading to Missouri to take on the Missouri State Bears. Kickoff is at 2 tomorrow afternoon. We need to remind you, there's always that one game that we don't get to broadcast on WDAY, so that is tomorrow. We will not have the game. Instead, you have to watch it on ESPN+. However, we will have our pregame show live on WDAY, and of course, that's from 10 to 11 Saturday morning.
And then today, of course, it's Friday, means Friday Night Lights, and we have some more WDAY Game of the Week matchups for you. This week's showdown is between the Valley City Highliners and the Jamestown Blue Jays. That game kicks off at 7 tonight. You can watch it over on WDAY Extra. And then on WDAY Plus, the Shanley Deacons take on the Davies Eagles. That game also at 7.
Right now, the Biden administration is facing harsh criticism from Republicans for its seemingly about-face stance on the border wall with Mexico. Big news here. The announcement came yesterday that the Biden administration plans to build more border wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. Of course, he had campaigned against the border wall when he was running for Oval Office. So what's changed? There's now a record surge of migrants coming across the border, most of them illegally. We've been covering that for you extensively. But this is the big thing. The Biden administration says that money appropriated by Congress under former President Donald Trump in 2019 requires them to continue to build barriers at the border. The new barriers will be different, however, though a different design than what was under Trump. But the Biden administration is waiving 26 federal laws, some related to environmental preservation, in order to complete that border construction. Yeah,
and for just like a little context, when we say the different design, they're going to be more like of a portable, movable type of wall that are shorter and smaller than like a big wall that you would maybe picture in your head. So just a little context there, but of course, we're going to continue to track that story because I'm sure the buzz about that will not go away anytime soon. Right now, some popular sour candies are being recalled because of choking hazards. Candy Dynamics is recalling 70 million rolling candies nationwide. They are labeled as toxic waste and slime liquor sour rolling liquid candy or mega toxic waste. Those are the names of the flavors, if you're wondering. The company says the candy's rolling ball that is in the little tube that you eat it from can be detached from the container, and then that kids could potentially choke on it. These candies were sold at most big box stores like Walmart, also on Amazon over the past 8 years. Candy Dynamics says that they will give a full refund for any product that still has candy in it.
Hot Mic with Dom Izzo coming up here 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra, also Inform.com. A big Football Friday edition, previews of some big high school matchups, including the rivalry showdown between Shanley and Davies. Plus another NFL weekend is upon us, which means Dom's dad will return with his weekly picks. The question is, will he take the Vikings to pull an upset over the Chiefs?
Not if he wants that win to count for him. Also, maybe they'll talk about Swifties at the Chiefs game in Minneapolis again.
Right, is she going to come out here again?
We'll see. We'll see. All right, don't forget, for 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, you can get an all-access pass to Inform.com. Just go to inform.com/subscribe to take advantage of that deal.
Our next newscast is coming up here at 11 this morning, and then we have you covered this afternoon, starting at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And then, of course, we have First News all weekend, and we'll be back on Monday.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully with a nicer forecast.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a good weekend, folks. Bye.